welcome to this week's video. So as you could probably see from the title of it, this video is going to be about New Year's resolutions. So as the new year comes, most of us tend to set resolutions or goals in order to make the new year better than the one before. The only problem that most of us face is that we tend to set pretty unrealistic and unattainable goals that leave us unmotivated, and because of that we tend to give up or forget about them after 1 or 2 months into the new year. So in this video I'm going to give you a few tips that I am actually going to be following myself for this new year that has just started. Hopefully they're useful for you too. But before I get started, I just wanted to introduce myself just in case this is the first time we meet. So my name is Bea, I'm 26 years old, almost 27. And I live with my small family of 3, aka my husband and my 3-month-old baby. We're first-time parents, so mostly my content is about motherhood, but I thought this video could relate to a lot of people. So I'm just gonna give you my perspective on New Year's resolutions, and I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of some of my resolutions for 2022. So the first tip that I would like to give you or introduce this video with is a pretty obvious one for many people, but maybe not for others, is to make your goals attainable and realistic. So don't set up yourself to fail. Make your goals important to you, make them mean something to you, something that you really want to attain, so that you stay motivated all throughout the year. And also, if you don't make them realistic and somewhat attainable, then you're probably not going to stay motivated throughout the year. Basically, it doesn't have to be easy, but make sure that these goals are something that you can actually manage to do. They should not be the most difficult thing for you to do, because otherwise chances are you're not going to do it. So one thing that I do to help myself organize my goals is that I divide them into different categories. So the 2 categories that I use are personal and career related. Some people divide them into even more categories like health, wellness, personality, relationships, financial, career, business, etc., etc. There's like a lot of ways that you can divide your goals for the year so that you can focus the route that you want to take. And it's obviously useful to divide them so that you can organize them better and prioritize what's more important. So what I've done for myself is that I set up goals that are important and have meaning for me and that I absolutely want to achieve. Basically, they are something that I really want to happen for me. They are realistic and attainable up to an extent. They're not easy, but they're still like, with a little bit of effort, I can definitely accomplish these goals. And what's even better is that not only do I divide the goals into different categories, but each goal individually, I divide them into different steps so that I can help guide myself into what steps I should be taking in order to accomplish each individual goal. It gives me a sense of guidance and smaller things to do in order to accomplish a bigger goal. Sometimes the goals that we set ourselves might be a little bit on the bigger side. They're vast and maybe sometimes a little difficult. So it really helps out to break them down into smaller things that you can do in order to accomplish this bigger objective. For example, one of my personal goals is to get in shape. That's something that really means a lot to me in order to feel better with myself and the clothes that I wear, and like the way that I present myself to others. It would make me feel more confident. So what I've done for me to get in better shape is that I've broken down this goal into smaller steps. So what do I need to do for me to get in shape? So the first step for me is no snacking in between hours. Secondly is setting up a 10 to 20 minute exercise routine that I can do daily, except for Sundays. Third point or third step is to establish a healthy meal plan. Fourth is to reach 10K steps every day, whether it's outside or on the treadmill. And 5, one of my favorite ones, is to dance like no one is watching with my favorite music, just feeling that I'm moving myself, like moving around and like getting some exercise out of the way while I'm having fun. So those are just 5 steps that I've written down. Everything all of the goals, all of the steps, I write them down, otherwise what's the point? So all of these 5 steps, I've written them down and I plan on following them so that I can reach I can accomplish the bigger goal of getting in shape. Something that's really important for me to help remind me of why I chose to accomplish each of the goals that I set myself this year is to write down and explain why each of the goals are important for me and why it is that I want to accomplish them. So for example, getting in shape. As I said, getting in shape, it's important for me so that I can feel more confident about myself, feeling confident in my body, also being able to wear all of the clothes that I had before I got pregnant. I am not saying that if I don't fit in those clothes, I failed, but it would be nice to at least fit into some of them. Maybe cut down on like a few sizes since I've gained a lot of weight during pregnancy and after pregnancy. I would like to be able to lose weight and feel better about myself. That's something that's really important for me because right now I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I look good at all or anything like that. So I mean, that's me personally, and that's something I want to change. So I've set that goal for me, and the reason why is to feel better about myself and to be able to fit into some of the cute outfits that I have. Another thing that's really important so that you stay focused and you remember what you're supposed to be doing and accomplishing is to revisit your goals at least once a month. If you don't, then chances are you're gonna forget about it and the year is gonna end, and maybe you'll think of your next year's resolutions and you're gonna be thinking that, wait, I didn't even accomplish this year's resolutions. So revisit them, see what you're supposed to be doing, check them even weekly if you need to so that you remember, and check the steps that you need to be taking for each of the individual goals so that you stay on track. And before you know it, you've accomplished your goals for the year. Otherwise, it's really easy to lose track, especially if you're a really busy person. You might forget about them, and you don't want to do that because why did you set them up in the first place? So that's why revisiting your goals, it's super important to regain focus and remind yourself of why you want to kick ass this 2022. I have 3 personal goals and 3 professional or career related goals. So as I said, one of my personal goals is to get in shape, and then one of my career goals is to start earning money with YouTube. I know that's a long stretch because it's not going to be easy. Many people take a few years to start earning money with YouTube. But that's something that's really important to me. Growing my YouTube, it's something that I've dreamed of for a few years now. Finally, I got started with my channel not that long ago, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm really excited to make it work. So that's another goal that I set myself. So I really hope the goals that I've set myself will be accomplished by the end of this year, or I will accomplish them by the end of this year. And like I said, I made sure that I set up some goals that really mean something to me, that are really important for me to accomplish. I also tried to make sure that they are realistic and attainable. So as I said, that doesn't mean they have to be easy. They are supposed to be something that you have to work on. If it's too easy, then really what's the point? But still, make them realistic, make them something that you know that in the long run you can accomplish with a little bit of effort and determination and focus. You'll be able to achieve those goals. 1 year from now, I'll make a new video about this and I'll talk about how everything went, if I managed to accomplish my goals or not, how far did I get to almost accomplishing my goals. And if you're interested in that video, let me know, although it's going to be a while before I make it, obviously, because I need to give it time. And if you want to know what my other goals, personal and professional, are, you can let me know in the comments. That way I know that you guys are interested and I'll make a video about them. Other than that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found it somewhat inspiring and that you got a few useful tips from this video. And if you did, don't forget to like the video. And if you really want to help me out, subscribe to my channel. I post videos every week, so every Sunday usually. And as I said, I mostly make motherhood related videos, and we are now in the process of moving to a new house. So right now we live in an apartment, and we're actually buying a house, our first house. And there's gonna be a lot of videos about renovating and turning that house into our new home. And other than that, let me know what you guys would like to see from me, and I'll be sure to make those videos. I'm all ears. I cannot wait for you guys to tell me a little bit of what you'd like to see me do for YouTube. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching again, and I'll see you next week. Bye.